And you are looking live, and I would say one of the most beautiful golf settings anywhere in this great place called Planet Earth. Bay Harbor Golf Club here in beautiful up north Michigan, part of the Boyne Resorts, of course, and it just doesn't get any better than the majestic views at the links and the quarry and all the great courses here at Bay Harbor. And, you know, this is a crazy time in a lot of people's lives, but what a great time to try to give yourself a break, have some fun, look at these views, play some golf, do some swimming, do some hiking, just incredible stuff. And we've got a bunch of golf luminaries to discuss this because I love coming up here. And we all know that it's, as I said, a crazy time where people need to know that they have options to do things and be safe by doing those. So that's why we wanted to have a lot of fun and do a little show. Me and Jeff Lesson, the legendary Jay Lesson, our good friend, the show, 3-ball, 50-50 show. Just finished a great 3 days up here, playing all the great courses at Boyne, and we love it. And I want to bring in the maestro himself, the king himself, Bernie Friedrich, PGA, Senior Vice President, Golf Resort and Sales here at Boyne. Bernie, it never gets old looking at these views, does it?
No, certainly that is one of the best golf holes in the state of Michigan, as far as I'm concerned, and one of the most spectacular views for sure.
It definitely is. Well, let's talk about this because we were talking earlier. We were getting set for this show. That it's been, as we know, a year of years. And it's a very crazy time for a lot of people. Obviously, people like yourselves that are trying to run a business. Guests, people that want to golf, have fun. But how has the summer been going for you guys at the resorts, and specifically for your 10 Boyne golf courses here in Michigan, plus Big Sky, Mountain, and Sugarloaf, and Sunday River out of state? But how have things been going? Because I know people want to get out there, but they want to make sure they're being safe as well.
Well, of course, obviously, May was a very slow month. We didn't have nearly the golf courses opened as we usually do. And you mentioned some of the other states. Each state has their own sets of rules that we have to abide by. At a point in time, we weren't making any decisions. The decisions were made for us. And so we went through, all the protocols, cleaning carts, masks, and things like that, and how to sanitize carts, and the rakes in the bunkers, and no touching the pins, and all of that to try to make it as safe as possible. And our places in particular, but golf in general. I mean, it's the best way to get out and to have social distancing. It's easy to do, and have some activity after being, locked down for so long. And we're seeing a real resurgence in golf activities for us, the latter month of the mid-month of June on has really picked up. Our booking pace is for the rest of the summer is actually pacing ahead at this of last year at the same date. So hopefully it continues. We're counting on the border being open pretty soon, though.
Right
before fall. We have a lot of Canadian friends that come down and play our golf courses.
You do. There's, like you said, there's not. I'm going to back away from my spot for a minute here. I mean, you got this beautiful bay, and the views are incredible, and it's such a fun time. And you mentioned golf is pretty much one of the safest activities you can do right now. And I know you guys recently hosted the 109th Michigan Amateur as well as the 19th Coca-Cola AJGA Championship. Were there changes that you guys made to those events for the past that allowed them to take place, such as maybe the field size and other things that allowed it to happen?
Oh yeah, certainly. Starting again with the pins, it was designated in the AM that a particular player would be tending the pins, not all of them. In the AJGA, they didn't touch pins. We had way less volunteers for that than we usually have. Again, to keep social distancing. The AJGA, which is the 19th years in a row at Boyne, we also have an event at Sugarloaf, Maine, and we also have an event at Big Sky, Montana. So we're big fans of the AJGA as well. And those fields are cut in half of what they used to be. And The people, from the Californias and things didn't really travel as much. The fields were smaller. The competition was still exceptional. In fact, I have to tell you this: the girl that won, they played it farther back than you do, Dan, at about 6,200 yards, and she won by four shots. She was 4 under for 3 days, and she just turned 12 the week before. 12 years old.
That's incredible. And that's saying something pretty good. I normally play from like 7,300 yards. I'm a real good 21 handicap. I wanted to, we all know, as I said, to start the show, and it's great if people are just joining live on location, the Task Force Golf Club here, one of the most beautiful settings I've ever played golf at. A lot of things have gotten postponed. Are there any events you guys had to postpone till next summer?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all our group business, the outings and stuff that we had, those are all postponed. Unfortunately, we had to postpone one of our favorite events, the Tournament of Champions at Boyne Mountain. And the reason we had to do that is part of the tournament is such the pro-am portion of it, and we couldn't have that. We didn't feel safe to have that. That tournament it's so social, and we couldn't do any of those activities.
But those will come back stronger than ever. We know, as I said, it's a crazy year, but it just lets you be more grateful and appreciative of things going forward. Before I let you go, Bernie, and we really appreciate you joining us, Bernie Friedrich, the Senior Vice President of Golf Resort Sales at Boyne. What do you want to say to people that, because I've been up here a couple of times so far in the last month or so. I know people are nervous. I know it's a crazy time. But what do you say to the person maybe watching right now or that will watch the show on replay? I can only say how much I love it here. I'm just my own person. I can't make decisions for others. But what would you say to maybe the people watching that want to come up here, that have been up here many times, that love it up here, but maybe are a little concerned? What do you say to them?
Yeah, and rightfully so. And the good part is that people can make their own decisions on what feels safe for them. But I tell you, since we opened late, the hotel's open. We have gone through a really stringent on cleaning, how we talk to customers, plexiglass all over the place, and how we clean rooms, how we disinfect them, the time in between them, how we serve food. There's no more buffets and things like that, and how food gets distributed. And I think again, people are starting to feel more comfortable coming to hotels and things like that, and I think that Boyne is really doing a good job on doing that. We're taking the requirements that we need to do and then surpassing them.
Well said, and I want nothing but the best for you guys. I can only speak for myself. I can tell people as much as I love this place, and it's one of my favorite places. You got to come see it for yourself. Before I let you go, though, Bernie, is there any truth to the rumor that on the Heather, I believe it was 10 years ago, you beat Jeff Leston with a 69, and there was maybe $10,000 on the line? He told me you shot a 69, he shot a 71. Can you confirm that for me?
Well, I think I can confirm the 69. I think he's exaggerating 71.
I think it was the 71 plus maybe 20. Yeah. Bernie, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for what you do up here. Nothing but the best going forward. We know it's obviously a strange time, but it doesn't mean people can't take care of themselves. Come up here, have fun. Golf, as you mentioned, it's good for the soul, and you have an amazing resort here and all the different courses. So nothing but the best, and appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You got it. There's the man himself, Bernie Friedrich, the PGA member, as all these guys are, and also Vice President of Golf Resort Sales here at Boyne and Ted Courses, Sky in Montana, and Sugarloaf, and Sunday River in Maine. They got it all going on here. Now I want to welcome in my man Joe Charles. Joey, it's not as windy as it was before, my man.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing well. Joe Charles is also in the PGA. Very fancy. I'm very jealous. Can you get me in? Can I give you like $5 and I'm a member of the PGA? Director of instruction, of course, here for Boyne Golf Academy. Joe, it's great to talk with you. It's a beautiful day. I can't stress how much I love these courses. I can't imagine being able to work here and get paid to do this for a living. Let everyone know your path to the Boyne Golf Academy, which I know many people are really appreciative of.
Yeah, so kind of a unique path. I've had a lot of director of instruction positions in the past. I was with Golf Tech for a while down in Atlanta, Georgia. Most recently, I spent 4 years at Treetops Resort down the road as their director of instruction. And this past year, had the opportunity to come and join the team here. And it's been an awesome experience so far. A little bit of a tough year, but the Golf Academy is doing really well. And we have a lot of great new students coming in, and we've got some cool technology that we're exhibiting right now with our new students. So it's been a fun year, and real excited about the things that are coming forward for the Golf Academy.
Yeah, no, and listen, I was talking to Bernie, and I want to talk to all you guys about this. And we know that it's obviously a crazy year. We know that it's a lot different than anything we've ever seen before, but it doesn't mean that the great things that you guys are doing here in general, but also in the Boyne Golf Academy, which I've had many friends and people and family members that have been involved with that. And it's obviously a lot of respect for what you guys do. What are your goals for the program?
Yeah, so thanks for asking that. One of my goals, we do a great job with club fitting. We do a great job with private golf lessons where we bring students in, we develop a game plan for them, and we set goals and work towards those goals together. One of my goals for the Academy is actually to develop more programs for groups of students who can come in for week-long or weekend-long golf schools. So 3, 4, 8 people coming in for a golf school, have a really cool experience with us where they can play our golf courses, take lessons with us, and have an all-encompassing kind of experience here where they can work on their game and enjoy all that Boyne has to offer. So we're going to be debuting some ladies golf schools next year, some couples golf schools, and those are some programs that I've done in the past at some of the places I've been, and I think it's just going to be even better here at Boyne. So I'm really excited about that next year.
All right, now, Joe, I want to get into your private lesson stuff in a second, but I'm gonna do something funner. I know you're on your phone, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but about an hour ago, number 5 in the quarry, which was the site of I don't know if you're aware of it, a very viral shot of mine from like 4 years ago, where I somehow got down there in 2 with a par 5. I was in the little swamp on the bottom, and I was chipping for eagles, so I took my shoes off, I took my shirt off, I got out, I ended up parting the hole. We posted it on my company's website at 97 Won the Ticket. People loved it because I'm not that good of a golfer, but they enjoyed the greatness. So now this happened. Fortunately, it's so bright out here. Give me 1 second because I cannot see how to get this. We got to the same hole. There it is. We got to the same hole again. Where is? See, this is the one thing about doing a show outside show. It's so bright out here. All of a sudden, that I've lost my mouse. All right, I apologize. And everything was going. There we go. We got it. So, Joe, this is the fun of live television.
All right.
I'm gonna go. I don't know if you can see this, but I got to the same spot, but unfortunately, I was in the rocks. I was 15 feet up the rock quarry, and let's just show the people here because this is nuts. This is how high I was. With like I almost fell over 15 times. So I need you if you can, and we'll show the shot here for the people. I actually got it out. I got it out onto the green on like a 15-foot decline there. But can you give me, because I need this more than ever, can you give me a quick chipping lesson? Because if I would have gotten this before, Joe, then I might have had a chance to beat Jeff Lester, who shot like an 80, and I shot like a 96. So we're playing match play. I'm getting a stroke. But if I would have gotten a famous Joe Charles chipping lesson, maybe I would have had a chance. So what can you help me with?
Yeah. So one of the things that you really need to do, and it sounds like you were in kind of a unique situation there in the rocks, but if we're just kind of in a regular scenario where we have to get the ball up and down around the greens, really important to be able to control how high you hit that chip shot. Okay, the trajectory. That helps us control the run out and how far we're going to hit the shot, depending on how much green we have to work with. So I like to teach my students how to have a little versatility with their wedges. So I have my 58-degree wedge here. And by being able to control the trajectory with the same golf club, we can have a lot more options around the greens and get the ball up and down a little bit more consistently. So I'm going to show you 2 different wedge shots here. A low wedge shot with a 58, which is a high lofted club, and a high, more lofted wedge shot, which it sounds like you may have needed to get out of that garbage that you were in. Absolutely. So first, the lower one, which is generally kind of an easier shot to hit. So what you're going to do
Nice shot, Sammy.
is, and excuse me if you can't hear me, it's a little windy out here, but what you're going to do,
Sure.
narrow stance, 2 club widths with your feet, ball right in the middle of your feet. From there, we're going to take our wedge, take our normal grip, and we're going to preset our weight on our front foot, our target side foot. So see how I'm kind of leaning over on my left side here?
Oh, yes.
You'll notice that as I do that, the handle of the golf club goes with that lean, okay? So what that's essentially doing is de-lofting that golf club. So if I preset my weight on my front foot, lean my hands towards the target, as I make my backswing and through swing, I'm going to keep my weight on that front foot. That's going to reduce the loft on my wedge and make the ball come out kind of low. So it'll look like this. Okay. That ball
Brilliant.
came out a little bit low and had a chance to get up to the green. Okay. Now, if we wanted to hit the same shot and hit it higher, we're going to use the exact same golf club, and we're just going to change the way we use that club. Okay. So with this one, I'm going to go 3 club widths, a little bit wider because we're going to need to make a little bit bigger swing. Ball still right in the middle of our stance. Okay. And instead of leaning that weight forward, we're going to keep it a little bit more neutral, and we're going to pull that shaft back a little bit. So we're actually adding loft to the golf club. Okay, that's going to make the ball come out a little bit higher. From there, we're going to keep that weight neutral, and we're going to make a little bit bigger golf swing, which is going to pop that ball up in the air a little bit more and land softly on the green. So in order to hit that shot, 3 club widths, ball in the middle. Okay, lean that shaft back, weight kind of neutral, and big golf swing. And you can see now that ball pops up in the air and has a chance to land on the green nice and soft and hopefully get you up and down, maybe get you out of the trouble that you were in the other day.
Yeah, Joe, I already feel 10 strokes better. Why didn't we do this before I played today? Because I got one of my good friends in Detroit radio legend, Jeff Rieger. We play all the time, and sometimes he throws his clubs and acts like a 5-year-old. I always keep it together. This would have helped me win every time I've lost it, which is very rare. So I guess I got to come back and get a special one-on-one lesson. And I wanted to ask you about that.
Come get a chipping lesson. We'll get you dialed in, help you hit those wedges a little bit better.
I love it. Before I let you go, Joe, thanks so much. That was great. People are going to watch that. I'm going to watch that over and over again. It's going to shave strokes off my game. But I wanted to know what the Boyd Golf Academy's philosophy on training is, the private lesson program, because people like me that I need as many lessons as possible and as much instruction as possible. What can you say about that philosophy for the average golfer that needs help to get better?
Yep. So our philosophy at the Boyne Golf Academy is we teach to the students' individual goals. So we're not going to teach every student the same exact way. What we do is we bring you in for an initial evaluation where we will actually interview you, figure out what your goals are. We'll do some physical screens on you to see how your body moves. And from there, we're going to teach to the goal. So if all you want to do is hit your driver further, that's the way we're going to teach you. We're going to build a golf swing that helps you hit your driver further. If you want to get better with your wedges or you want to lower your scores, we're going to teach to that goal. So by building that game plan for each individual student, we can help you play better golf and just enjoy the game more, because that's really what it's all about, having fun and enjoying this great game.
It definitely is, Joe. Beautiful job. Keep up the great work. And I know a lot of people are starting to come up here, and there's not many better places in the country to come. So keep up the great job. I'm going to come get that lesson. I'm going to start beating Rieger, and I will share 20% of the profits with you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's usually my commission. So that's right on point.
It's fair commission. All right, Joe, thanks so much. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
You got it. Great stuff from Joe Charles. We're going to get right to Steve Niezgoda, the head professional here at Bay Harbor Golf Club, in just 1 second. But I did want to take a quick minute here to, thank a great sponsor of ours that makes these task force shows possible. Our great friends at amwager.com. And listen, golfers, a lot of, including my friend, Mark the Show Eider, who's on the trip with me. He's supposed to be here with me, so I can go to him for this in a second. But they help make this show possible by sponsoring us, and they just joined us about a week or so ago. We love these guys. Golfers love horse racing. The number's down there on your screen. Give them the promo code Task Force, and they will give you a special DTM Squatch only bonus. Hey, I announced my candidacy for president today. There's the show. Come over really quick. The live video, by the way, is on my Twitter at Dan Leach 971. I'm running DTM Squatch 2020. But give them a call. Sign up at amwager.com as well. Give them the promo code Task Force up to $100 initial deposit bonus. Joe, get in it really quick. I know you're considered a wily horseman. but also an incredible golfer. We call you 3-ball 50-50 show. You've been up here many times. Not many better places than Bay Harbor, is it?
Can't beat it. Period.
And how intense was the end of your match with Jeff Lesson? I think he shot an 80 in 81. You played out of your mind, but I think there was still some flying 50s going on.
Yeah, it was one of my better days, but Lesson, he's a little too tough for me.
Yeah, but you're the show. We'll get the horse stuff going on.
All right.
Mark, love you. All right, let's get in our next guest. As I told you, we have a bunch of golf luminaries joining us. And now let's talk to a pro. It's nothing like being a pro. Steve Niezgoda, the head pro at Bay Harbor Golf Club. Steve, beautiful day, beautiful place. Great to see you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Well, let's talk about this delayed start to the year. I know that living downstate, I'm in the Metro Detroit area. All the courses are just packed every day now. Everyone wants to get out there after being cooped up for so long. Talk about what that was like for you, being a head pro here, having to slow things down, and where we're at now.
Well, it was definitely a different start to the season. We opened up a little bit later than usual, but we started here with the Quarry and the Preserve 9s open, and then opened the Links 9 about a week later. And really since the beginning of June, business has been firing pretty much on all cylinders here. Busy. People are getting out playing golf, enjoying, the beautiful weather that we've had, which has been excellent. And it's definitely nice to see people out staying socially distant and enjoying our facilities and everything we have to offer.
Yeah, Steve, how did you guys do it? Did you guys open it stages? How did the delayed start go for you guys?
Two of the 9s at Bay Harbor opened up mid-May, and as well as Cricketry and a handful of other facilities. So as we opened up and started getting busier, more rotations and more courses opened up, and here we are.
Well, let's talk about how busy these courses are now, because we've been up here playing at Boyne Highlands, playing Bay Harbor today, playing the Hills and Heather yesterday. Just love all these courses; they're so much fun. But there's a lot of people up here. So, how busy are you guys getting? If people are thinking of coming up, how much in advance do you want them to kind of think about? Where are we at with that now? As we're in July, headed towards August, September, and the fall.
Well, we definitely encourage people to commit to us and book their tee times as far out as possible to lock in the best price possible. But our tee sheets are definitely filling up. So if you're thinking of coming and joining us at one of our beautiful facilities, definitely don't hesitate and get your names on the tee sheet so you can lock in and enjoy Northern Michigan.
Yep, there's not many places like it, man. I could one of these days I will live up here, but I love, every time I come up here, it's like a reset for me, and I know it's the same way that a lot of people feel. Steve, let's talk about, as I talked with Bernie Friedrich earlier, the vice president, the senior vice president of golf and resort sales here, about the safety measures. And there's people that obviously like me that have been up here, and I can only tell people what I've seen, and there are others that are still a little concerned. What about the protocols in place for the golf shop? Protocols are in place on the courses. What can you tell the people that are considering coming up here that want to get that, great reset and have fun and, kind of decompress from all the craziness, but also maybe a little concerned if they have maybe elderly family members or people with underlying conditions? We all know what's going on with that. What are you guys doing to help with that?
We got at the counters, we have plexiglass everywhere. We sanitize all the carts before any customers or anybody gets on them. Sanitize the range balls, all the touch points. We're mitigating as many touch points as possible. Face masks are required inside. All the staff's wearing face masks, anytime you're around customers. So, just trying to be as diligent as possible to keep everybody safe and to keep everything going for us.
Yeah, I know you guys there's extra space. You got a driving range. I know, cups to the practice greens. What are some of the other things as far as the new rules right now that are going to be probably the new normal for a little while for golf?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting playing golf and not having any rakes in the bunkers. There's no sand bottles in the carts. The range is spaced out a little bit more. The no cups in the practice greens and the cups are different on the golf course and not being able to touch the flag stick. So it's all just an adjustment to the unforeseen future of the new normal and still being able to enjoy the amazing golf courses that we offer and that anybody around the state offers.
That they are. All right, a couple quick ones before I let you go, Stephen. I really appreciate your time. Let's start with this. who is the golfer at the youngest age you can remember that inspired you the most to do what you do?
The youngest golfer. I mean, that's for me.
No,
That's going to be.
I'm saying when you were at the youngest age you remember, being inspired by a golf pro or whoever it was.
The youngest age I can remember, that was probably right around middle school age. I'm not that old, but Tiger Woods is definitely my inspiration there for sure.
All right, what about that's a great one. I think about it, the millions and millions of people, not just people that are golfing, but people that become head pros like you, that Tiger Woods inspired. I mean, the ripple effect's incredible. All right, what is your greatest round ever? And it doesn't have to be your greatest score ever, but what's your greatest round ever? Like the guy in Caddyshack that got struck by life. It's the greatest round of my life. What is your greatest round ever, and where?
Greatest round ever and where? That's a good question. Actually,
that's why I get paid the big bucks, man.
Yeah. Actually, we went on a team trip this past fall down to Pinehurst, and got to play down there and play on number 2 with part of the team, and that's definitely one of the best memories that I can have there.
Hey, can't beat that. That's pretty solid. Well, Steve, you guys are doing a great job here, and I know that people really appreciate the work you do. And I'm looking out right now. Obviously, the scene behind me is incredible here at Bay Harbor, but there's people everywhere, and I know that some people are still nervous about coming up or going anywhere, but golf is one of the safest things you can do, and this is a time, I think, where people need that relaxation, need to enjoy themselves, and there's not many better places to come in Impairment, man. That's for sure.
Absolutely, and it's important for people to understand and know that we, Boyne, we're taking every precaution possible and making sure that everybody is as safe as possible to be able to enjoy our establishments.
All right, well, Steve, appreciate the time. Keep up the good work, and I got a chipping lesson from Joe, so next time I got to get maybe like a driving lesson from you, because I'm just going off the tee with a 5-iron right down the middle, 180 every time. I'm scared of my old squash driver. I need some help with that. Can I enlist you?
Absolutely. All
right, Steve, appreciate it. Nothing but the best to you guys going forward. Appreciate the time.
Thank you very much.
All right, you got it. And now, last but definitely not least, let's make sure his mic is unmuted. I think Caddy, can you hear me? I think you have your mic muted yourself there. Ken Griffin, the Emperor, the Director of Golf. There we go. The Director of Golf Sales and Marketing, my panoramic man that I think might have just won an Emmy for that. When we opened the show on your camera, panning on the Bay Harbor views. Ken, how you feeling today?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good because it's never bad. I kind of moved on you. So now I'm standing out off the tee box of Quarry 9. So that's the Island Green. So another iconic hole. And what a beautiful day. This right now would be about 180-yard carry down. But on any given day, there could be a 4-club change here depending on the wind off Lake Michigan.
And Ken, I've talked about how much I love this place. And obviously I was up here with our good friend, Jeff Lesson, 2-ball Lesson and 3-ball Mark, the show Hyder. And we have so much fun up here. As I mentioned with Bernie and Steve and Joe, it's like a reset for me. It's a reset for so many people that travel from downstate Michigan or from all over the country. Just talk about these courses, the 10 Boyne courses. Obviously, we're here at Bay Harbor. It doesn't get any prettier than this. I mean, we played it earlier today, but I played the Quarry and the Links as dusk was coming in. It was one of the coolest golf moments of my life. What can you say to the people about what's going on here and all the different options you guys have at the Boyne Resorts up here?
Well, you hit the nail on the head, Dan. I mean, I think the big thing with us is you have to start with variety because, we have 10 courses in Clinton. We have really standard courses. And, a lot of times you go play great golf. Well, Michigan challenges us to have great golf because there's a lot of great golf in Michigan. And we like to pride ourselves on the fact that we have some of the better golf. But really, the variety. So you've got mountain courses. Boyne Mountain, you have a 1.2-mile drive up to the top and you play back to Deer Lake. Here you've got these spectacular views at Bay Harbor. Out over the lake, you've also got the Quarry. It's one of less than 10 in the United States. Across the street, you have Crooked Tree that looks out over Little Traverse Bay too. So with all these, you just have great opportunities for a lot of variety and a lot of quality courses, and especially now because everybody has these places they always want to go play. But right now we're all staying a little bit closer to home, and I think everybody is fortunate because with just a 3 or 4 hour drive from anywhere in the state, you can be here and play these great courses.
No, and this is the thing, as you mentioned, there's a lot of great golf in Michigan, but you guys have two of the Golf Digest top 100, the Lakes Quarry, Bay Harbor, and of course the Heather just played both of those the last couple of days. I know Forbes.com picked their top 6 U.S. golf resorts, and they listen to these names: Pinehurst, Bandon Dunes, Whistling Straits, Pebble Beach, Kapalua, and Boyne. So I think that that if you're a golfer in Michigan, Ken, most know how great it is up here. But maybe there are some that just don't understand what you guys have here. What do you want to say to them? I mean, I'm trying to say we need to convince them to believe what we're saying here. I mean, obviously, I've been here, my sponsors play, and there's so many that love it. But what do you say to the person that doesn't maybe realize just what you guys have up here? Do you want to send them to go online to look at pictures? What do you say to them? Because I think everyone should experience Boyne. It's awesome.
Well, probably all the above. I mean, we're honored and humbled anytime that we can win awards like that. The Heather being named the National Golf Course Owners Course of the Year in last summer. But, we have great opportunities when you stay at any one of the 3 resorts. You have an opportunity to access all 10 courses. That makes us very unique. And just that we're compared with those type of resorts, as I said, we're honored and we think it's a great opportunity for everybody. We have everything from a week-long Great Escape package to a stay and play if it's a short getaway. We've had one that's been very popular this summer. It gives you 4 rounds on a 2-night stay. And those start at $236. So you don't have to have airfare. You get in the car, have a short drive up, and you have an opportunity to play great courses. In fact, Jeff, wanted to put an even better deal together for his show. And so the Lesson on Golf deal, you get 5 nights. Or 5 rounds on 2 nights, and it's from $285. So it's just a great deal.
Yeah, you can't.
As far as finding it, you go to BoyneGolf.com. We've got everything there. We've got tee time specials too, or check any of our social media sites. As we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. So you can check any place where you like to see content, and you've got an opportunity to take a look and see what we're doing.
Yeah, and even though Lesson destroyed me today, I think he shot an 81. What am I going to do? But we got to give him a shout out because he always kindly brings me up, and we go on these great trips together and get to hang out with people like you, Emperor Ken Griffin. A couple things before we go here, and I got to for once say you got a producer's credit. Maybe I don't know if it's your first. Maybe you're going to win an Emmy because you helped a lot of us this show today putting it together. So kudos to you, my friend. But what can you tell, as I've asked Bernie and Steve and Joe and everyone else, I want to hear from your perspective as a guy that does the marketing, does the sales. And obviously I know people know that that's what you do. You're trying to sell this place to people, but you're also very grounded when it comes to what people are concerned about. What do you say when people call up and they want to do a big trip or they want to bring their family up for the 15th year in a row, but they're nervous and it's a crazy world. We know what's going on, but what do you say to them? Because you don't want to miss out on this kind of a place. It's such as I mentioned, the best term I put it in is a reset, and it completely centers you. And whether you're a golfer or a hiker or like to swim or the kids' adventure stuff at Boyne Highlands, whatever it is, what do you say to the people that maybe are still a little timid of coming up here because of COVID?
Well, we're doing all that we can. I mean, anytime you go out in public, there's going to be somewhat of an increased risk, but we're trying to do our best to manage the risk. Be it, the protocols, before you ever get here. We have to test. We have to do a health check. Every employee has to do a health check and a temperature check, and we have to log that every morning before we get into work. And we've been doing that since we did the reopen. The protocols for cleaning cards before you get here, the no rakes in bunkers, and not just here, also in the hotel. So we're doing everything that we can to minimize it, to give you the best experience possible. And we're doing everything we can because we want, one, for you to get out of your house and enjoy it because nobody's had the opportunity to. But 2, we want you to feel comfortable. We've been doing this for, over 60 years and we're doing it that way because we try and do the right thing. And we're going to continue to try and do the right thing so that we can, come up and enjoy Northern Michigan and, of course, enjoy our golf courses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to step out of the way again. There's just not many views as picturesque as obviously number 9 at the Quarry and Arthur Hills yesterday. The Heather. It's just the courses here are incredible. I mean, I can't stress enough because I want people to have the kind of fun that I've been able to have and that you guys provide, Ken. And hey, listen, if I didn't love you guys that much, I would have chosen number 7 at the quarry to announce my official DTM Squatch 2020 campaign for president, Ken. So can I count on your vote? I announced here. I hope you're going to vote for me. We need change.
You can count on my vote, Dan, for sure.
Yes. Ken, appreciate all the help you gave me here on site. Obviously, we're outside. It was windy at times. We got everything set up, and I can't thank you enough for that. And thanks again for such a great time up here the last few days. And I hope people see this and get inspired to come up, whether it's coming here or coming to Northern Michigan, because this is the time where we all need that kind of tender love and fun outdoors, and it's safe when you golf. It's one of the safest activities. That's not me saying, it's the CDC. So, Ken, nothing but the best for you. Thanks as always for being a great host, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Well, I'll leave it out, Dan, that we know we're all trying to stay 6 feet apart. We've got almost 10,000 acres across the 3 properties, so we've got plenty of space for you to social distance correctly and still get out and have fun. Absolutely,
Ken. Thanks so much. Great stuff from Ken Griffin. I want to thank all the luminaries, of course, Bernie Friedrich, Joe Charles, the director of golf instruction for the Boyne Academy, Steve Niezgoda, head pro here, and of course Ken Griffin, the Emperor, I call him, the director of golf sales and marketing. Jeff Lessa was going to join me, but ended up having somebody to attend to with the family, so sending a lot of love to him. We had a great time up here with the show. We call him 3-Ball 50-50 Show. One of the great drivers, horse handicappers, and also playing way too many balls on a hole that I've ever